I think that is one of the key differences between what's happening today in Iran and what happened in 2009, and there are a number of distinctions that are worth considering and exploring, but the lack of an obvious figurehead, the lack of an organization that is spearheading this, at least insofar as we actually know, that is quite distinct from both 2009 and prior periods of protests, the 1999 student demonstrations in Tehran, for example. And it bears noting, of course, that Iran has experienced routine demonstrations, labor strikes, periods even of significant unrest that are somewhat localized over economic grievances, typically over bureaucratic and administrative issues. You'll see teachers go protest before the parliament or before another government office building to demand back pay, labor unions that are active. I think what's interesting about what's happening today is this contagion effect that appeared to happen so very quickly within 24 hours of the very first protest. Whatever sparked that first one, to whatever extent it may have been orchestrated as an attempt to undermine President Rouhani and his economic reform agenda, whatever sparked it, it then morphed almost immediately into places all around the country, 24 cities, I think, on day 2, and then continued to mushroom, but also quickly moved from slogans that were focused on economic grievances to what I think can only be seen as very radical and very deeply alienated slogans about the government. And again, that happened progressively over 2009. Maziar was there, of course, so he can speak to it from a firsthand perspective. But it took some time, and there was, in fact, quite a degree of disagreement among those who were organizing and leading the movement in 2009 about to what extent this should be about asking the government to respect its own rules, to adhere to the Constitution, or to what extent it was now time to articulate anti-systemic, anti-Islamic Republic messages.